Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. Today we're going to talk about Deja Vu Season 2, Episode 3. Now, the episode opened with Monty and Lacey beefing. Yeah, I was definitely surprised because I love their friendship. Like, watching the whole trailer, I'm guessing Lacey and her sister got it handed to her by Monty and Naj. So I hope I'm proven wrong because I actually like Lacey. Out of all these girls, I like Lacey. Anyways, that will be coming soon. Back to Deja Vu. The episode opens with Jocelyn still crying about getting punched in the eye by Diamond the Body. But real quick, I think it's hilarious that Mac is calling Kenzie his sister because, come on now, like she's clearly flirting with this man and he's like, no, he wants no parts. Now, after Mac puts Kenzie in the friend zone, we see Joss run up behind Mac to Diamond with a bottle in her hand. I don't know what the bottle is, but she runs up, drops the bottle, giving Diamond time to take off on her. She really stalled on her. But sorry, Diamond, you gotta be quicker than that. Okay, we're dealing with Josh. She's been jumped 100 times and she has reflexes like a cat. Okay, she really dragged Diamond. And out of nowhere, Kenzie jumps in for Diamond. And for once, I salute her because this is the trans community. You can't go around fighting biological women when you didn't want it with the biological man. Now, Joss and Kenzie are scrapping for a while. Diamond decides to jump back in after she gathers herself. And, she couldn't really get to her. After the fight, they all look defeated, like they just had the fight of their life. A few seconds later, Mac and Duke come out the room and they're still arguing. I guess Duke told Mac that he doesn't want to hurt him. And Mac is like, you're not going to hurt me. Mac is telling him, when you're ready to fight, be ready to fight all night, no sleep. Now, as Mac is calling out Duke, Melissa Mays decides to chime in for whatever reason. And I'm like, girl, you're going to get your moment. Wait. Now, Mac hops into the confessionals, and I'm sorry, but it comes off as bully. He said he was stalling Duke out all day because he knows that he's not really like that. And I'm like, you don't even know this man. Lindsay comes back into the room and she's telling Joss, stop putting your hands on these girls. We're still cool. And then Joss is like, we're not cool. And I'm like, duh, Kenzie, how stupid could you be? Why would you think that you would be cool with someone you just ran up on who wasn't expecting it? And then Kenzie's like, you just cried because a man hit you. And Joss didn't like that, so she starts calling out Kenzie, throwing stuff at her. And then Diamond tries to run up on Joss once again, and she was once again unsuccessful. Like, girl, go, come on, Diamond. I like you. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Now, Mac tries to calm Diamond down, and Diamond is trying to explain that it's not about the shoes because she got her shoes back. It's about the principle. And the principle is that she never touched Joss's stuff, so why touch Diamond's? Now, while Diamond is explaining, Mac is over here trying to put the Mac on Diamond. Mac hops back into his confessional and he says Joss wants to be identified as a woman and she should be respected as such, which I totally agree with. He also says that there needs to be boundaries in place, which I also agree with. Now, Joss tells Diamond to get it back in blood, and Diamond says, the blood is in my period that you wish you had. I'm like, ew. But that was a low blow, I'm not gonna lie. Now they're back to popping their stuff, and Diamond pushes Mac in his crotch area, and once again, he thinks he has a chance. Fast forward to Kenzie, and she's yelling about how she wants to be the only trans in the house, and how she's tired about fighting on every show, and how she has boundaries now. She's going on about how Joss is giving the community a bad name. She starts talking about her pants. And then she starts comparing bodies. And Duke, her audience, is telling her, be that example. Calm down. Now, Duke wanted to go to sleep, but of course, production made him and Mac have a conversation. And Duke is letting him know you are out of pocket, you're drunk, and you're wrong. And Mac, he asked him, are you from America? Now, Duke talks with a British accent, which confuses me because he says he's from the Bronx. And Mac is from LA. He's from Watts, California. So these men are from two different walks of life, literally. Duke starts talking to Mac like he's a child. And y'all know I hate that. I really hate it. He starts repeating himself. He's like, answer my question. Do you know what you said? Do you know what you said? It's shit like that really grinds my gears. Duke tells this grown ass man who's not even hostile to tone his voice down or shut the fuck up and walk away. Now, Mac tells him, I'm not about to shut the fuck up and walk away from nobody. Duke excuses himself, but not before he says that he wants to punch Mac. Mac is like, punch me. Then Duke starts talking about they're not even in the same weight class and just a bunch of bullshit. Now, as Duke is yapping at the mouth, Duke's accent disappeared. Mac is sitting back, watching and enjoying this, because let's be honest, he's been waiting for Duke to show his ass. To sum up this whole situation, they did not fight. Mac got up and started to press his issue with Duke. Duke decided to go outside to go smoke, leaving Mac to call him a buster. Now, finally, y'all, finally, the next morning, yes, that was just day one. It took 3 weeks for them to show us day one. Like, y'all gotta do better. And Diamond, who always has amnesia after a fun night, wants to know what happened with Gucci after last night. Now, Freddie don't know. Freddie stays out the way, or so he claims. And he's like, I think so. I thought he was with you. Diamond giggles. She's like, no, I'm with Q. So Freddie starts telling them about how Gucci was mad after they did that little dance. And Q don't give a fuck. Diamond though, she cares. Come on now. And Freddie starts to run his mouth like a little boy, talking about that little fat bitch almost let me hit. But I thought about it. I said I don't want to hit that bitch. And then he finished it off with this gonna be on TV. Yeah, if y'all didn't watch, he was on her ass. And he tried to blame it on being drunk. But honestly, Freddie P, you're in last place when it comes to looks in the house. And Big Body, you should have kept this energy, because I am disappointed. Back to the show, we see Diamond and Q getting mighty cozy. Now, let me give y'all a little flashback. Let me give y'all a little flashback. In season one, Diamond and Gucci were the ones getting cozy. Yes, they even fought for each other. And now we're here in season two. They're no longer together. We got this new guy, Q, who seems to be friends with Gucci. Now, Gucci didn't look like he was happy that Q was here at all. So he must have seen him as competition, because Diamond and Q cozied up real quick. Gucci must have thought it was going to be like the first season. But y'all, Q had plans for Diamond. It started with the lap dance, okay? You can clearly see Diamond's facial expressions. Like, look at her. She's in a bliss. Now, of course, Gucci is mad because that's supposed to be his woman or whatever. So he grabs Asia and they do the most. I'm gonna be honest, I never seen Gucci look at Diamond like this, but he was definitely giving Asia that look. So I really don't see why he has such a problem with Diamond moving on. Yes, Diamond has done it again. After one day of knowing this man, this is her man. I really think Gucci's upset because Diamond's not kissing his feet for fighting Jocelyn for her. Instead, Diamond cuddled up with the next man. Now, I know this is going to build up to something bigger, but you can just see the tension between these three people. Now, they get done ATV riding, and new couple alert. Now, excuse me for not knowing, but my man just told me this is Boosie's son. Okay, I should have did my research. So I'm excited to see what he too brings to the table. Now, Tokyo said as soon as she saw Tootie, she knew that was her man. She'd be like, Tootie. And y'all, he like it. But he said she stood out to him because she do the most. So they get back to the house, everything's mellow. But Diamond wants to switch rooms with Mac because she thinks his room is better. And Kenzie's like, no, it's my turn for the room. Get out. Friendship is cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather see them laughing than fighting, I tell you that. We got Diamond over here talking about, I'm not sleeping out there with the wolves. Next morning, we got Gucci talking to Kenzie. Now, this man is hurt. You can see it in his face. And now, Kenzie messy ass gonna ask Gucci how he feels about Diamond and her new boo. And he's talking about some Diamond knows where home is. He thinks his girl got took. No, your girl got taken and she's not coming back home. Then he brings up his situation with Asia, and I'm like, that's what I was saying. Why do you care that Diamond has a new man when you have a situation with Asia? And I told y'all, he even brings up the situation where he defended Diamond and her new man didn't do anything. And then he ends it with, she always gonna come back to me. Now we're in the kitchen and it's an argument about people using other people's hygiene products. And you guys are grown, you should bring your own. But somebody used Big Body's deodorant the day before, and it was allegedly Kenzie. Now they're arguing, and Kenzie busts out with the joke, talking about his chain is hungry. And he looks down and his chain had food on it and he ate it. Yeah, she had to change that subject real quick. Next, we are shooting for the introduction video. And honestly, let me just say that this is the best intro out right now. Okay, and Dejavu never disappoints with the intros. They have great visuals. Now, of course, there's drama. We got everybody coupled up, and we even had a sit down with Gucci and Joss. And I guess he just wanted to apologize and explain himself. Joss ends up accepting his apology. You know, we love the kumbayas. After the shoot, they go to the club and they turn up. Okay, there's drinks involved, and it was too much. I couldn't show everything. And the one who surprised me the most was Asia. My God, I really had high hopes for her. You know, I'm like, she's gonna come on here and show us how to, something. But, as Duke said, she was spread open like a banana. This nigga so thirsty, he's sucking toes. It's just not a good look for any woman. But, if that's how she wants to present herself, I only say what I see. And finally, Gucci is confronting Diamond, saying, I did all that for you yesterday. Okay, I came in here for you. He's saying he don't care about nobody else in the house but her. Then Diamond brings up Asia, and he's like, that's for everybody. She's on everybody. I just want to be first in line. I told y'all that's not a good look. Close your legs, have a seat, Asia. He starts naming all the people he fought for her. She starts talking about what happened when they left the house. I'm just like, ugh. Now Gucci not trying to hear none of what Diamond's saying. He's walking away. She's running after him. They're so damn dramatic. Now Q is on the bus and he's watching the show. And of course, he's not even claiming her as his girl. He's talking about he's waiting for his name to be brought up. I'm like, okay, I think it's been brought up a couple times. It's even been brought to your attention, but all right. And then we have Duke arguing with Joss. And he's telling her, please don't do that again. And he's repeating himself. And Joss looks embarrassed. So I'm guessing she must have touched him. And that wasn't the case at all. I mean, I think we all knew that Duke was a part of the community, and I guess somebody slid up on Joss's story and gave her the scoop. So Joss tries to go hug him, and he wasn't trying to get outed, I guess, allegedly. So instead of shutting up about it and respecting people's boundaries, the stuff that she cries that people don't do to her, she goes to show Melissa Mays the pictures on the website. I really don't know why she cared so much to out this situation.
Like, acting like, come on.
Like, you don't want that side of the sauce, baby.
Like, come on, baby, I'm kind.
But we're moving on. We got Diamond C-blocking Gucci talking about they had a bet on Asia. And Asia walks away like she's mad. But in the next scene, her, Joss, and Gucci are teasing a three-way. She was a spread eagle once again, and I can't show that here, but disappointed. Now, the best scene from this scene is when they turned on a song and Asia asked, who turned this weak ass song on? And Melissa is like, it's my song. At least she got an honest opinion. Now, I'm guessing she was salty because she tried to promote her song and nobody liked it. So when we got in the house, she starts talking crap. And then she targets Duke. I really don't think Duke even said anything to her. I do think that she just wanted to start some mess. So she's calling Josh from across the room, telling her, pull up the receipts. Josh is like, not for nothing, Melissa. You're my roommate, and for you to put it out there like that is crazy. Like, you told her, so it's your fault. So y'all know Josh. She's walking around the house, talking crap out loud, and she even accuses Melissa of wanting to be her, pretty much insinuating that Melissa wanted Duke to be her love interest. Melissa said, Josh is lucky that it's Pride Month. Josh says, I don't give a what month it is. Melissa turns back around, but not before she hops in her confessional to say that Duke doesn't want Josh. He wants me. So now they're in the kitchen and Melissa is play fighting with Duke, and Josh decides to throw a drink at Melissa, and Duke starts to buck up talking about do you want me to kick you in your and he starts to chase her. Jocelyn run. Now I'm just looking at Duke like you ain't do none of this when Mac was in your face, but Joss grabs a bottle and she's like, bitch, stop playing with me. Okay, she doesn't hit him, thankfully. But Duke is over here like, are you serious? Sadly, I spoke too soon. Duke got through security and ran up on Joss, and he was kind of dragging the girl, I'm not gonna lie. But thankfully, dun 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 dun, we got Big Mac coming to Joss's rescue. And that next week he gets a long overdue ass whooping. That's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching.